Hello everyone, this is Carlos Andres Patiño and this is the speaking session number 14 of the course Intermediate English 2. Right now I'm here with Jimmy, Maria Jimena, Valentina and Maria Fernanda. So Maria Jimena, how are you? How are you today?
Excellent, teacher. And you?
I'm fine. Super busy, but I'm really good. Thanks for asking. And Maria Fernanda, how are you doing today?
Hi, teacher. Hi, classmates. I'm fine. Thank you.
Thanks for answering, Maria Fernanda. And Valentina, how are you?
Hello, tutor and classmates. I'm pretty good. Thanks so much.
Thanks for answering, Valentina. And finally, Jimmy, how are you?
Hi teacher and hi classmates. I'm very well. Thank you.
Okay, guys, let's start. So, as I told you before, we are going to have the first speaking test preparation lesson, okay? So, the idea is that we practice a lot today about speaking in order that you are prepared for the final speaking test, that you're going to have on session 16. So, we are going to practice today on session 14, next Thursday in 2 days on session 15, and on session 16 we are going to have the final test. So give me 1 second, I'm going to share my screen with you and we can start. Just a moment. So for example, Jimmy, can you see my screen? Can you see the screen?
Yeah, teacher, I can see.
Okay, and Maria Fernanda, can you see the screen?
Yes, teacher. I
Okay,
can see.
perfect. So guys, we are going to play a short game. This is the hangman game. Como it's like the game we normally play inside a classroom with the whiteboard and the marker. So this is almost the same, okay? So I'm going to give you a hint and you're going to start giving me letters, okay? It could be consonants or vowels. And the idea is that we find out the word that we are seeing there, okay? That we found out the blanks and the answer. Okay, so we are going to start with, okay, I'm going to tell you the hint. I'm going to tell you the hint about, for example, okay, one that is very easy. This one. Let's start with number one. So the hint is this one for all of you. Oh, sorry. This is the hint. Something that can be taken in by an animal and used to keep it alive and allow it to grow or develop or such things considered as a whole. So let's start with Jimmy. You're going to start. Do you know the answer, or you can give me one letter?
Yeah, for example, one letter
Mhm.
is a vowel, is the A.
A. No, we don't have A's. We are going to have 10 opportunities. Okay. So if we are complete, so every single one of you is going to have two chances. Okay. Right now, we're going
Yeah.
to have two chances, either to say the letter or to say the final answer. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. Let's go on with Maria Jimena. Maria Jimena, one letter or the answer?
Maybe you say that the animal to fly.
No.
What is the? You please read the.
Sure. Something that can be taken by an animal and used to keep it alive.
Beer? No.
No. Tell me
Keep
one
him.
letter.
A. About
A, no. Jimmy said A. Another letter.
answer. E.
E, no. No E. Valentina, your turn. Another letter.
Could be the letter L.
L, no, we don't have any L's. Maria Fernanda, another letter.
Vowel O.
Oh, yeah, very good. We have one and two O's. So, Maria Fernanda, do you have the answer? Okay, let's go on with Jimmy. Jimmy, do you have the answer?
Maybe
Again?
four.
No. Give me another letter, Jimmy.
Only one letter.
Yeah, only one letter.
Um, P.
P? No, we don't have any P's. Maria
Oh,
Jimena, another letter. Or the answer if you have it.
No, a letter.
Okay, tell me.
Maybe C?
No,
No.
we don't have any C's. Valentina, your turn.
Yes, teacher. I have the answer. The
What is
answer is gone.
gone?
Not.
How
Yeah.
do you spell it?
G-O-O-N. Is that gorilla?
No, 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 no.
No?
No, it's not an animal. Okay, let me tell you the hint again. Something that can be taken by an animal and used to keep it alive and allow it to grow or develop. It's something that you put in your mouth. So Valentina, give me another letter.
Hmm. The S.
No, we don't have any S's. Maria Fernanda, another. It's very easy actually. Maria Fernanda, another letter.
Is el consonant L.
L, no, no L. Jimmy, guys,
bird.
something that can be taken by an animal and used to keep it alive. If you don't take that, if you don't have that animal like human, like a human, you will die. So Jimmy, another letter.
Maybe is possible that D.
D? Yeah, we have a D. Very good. What is the answer, Jimmy?
Good.
No.
The
Food.
W.
Who said food?
Wood.
W.
No, no W.
Valentina said food.
Yeah, the answer is food, guys. Remember.
Uh,
Thank you very much. Something that can be taken by an animal, but we humans are animals and use it to keep it alive or alive to grow or develop. If we don't take food, we don't grow, we don't develop, we are not alive. So thank you. Let's go on with another one. Uh, okay, one that is easier. For example, this one is very easy. So Valentina won the first one. Let's go on with Maria Jimena. Okay, this is the hint. Mm, to do an activity in order to earn money. What is the answer? Or the letter?
bank?
No. What is the letter?
A.
A? No, we don't have any A's. Okay, Valentina, your turn.
What is the question?
The hint. To do an activity in order to earn money.
Money. Hmm.
Tell me about Will, please.
W.
W? Yes. Do you know the answer?
Winner.
No. Thank you, Valentina. Maria Fernanda, your turn. Another letter. Or if you know the answer.
Vowel I.
I? No, we don't have eyes. Thank you, Maria Fernanda. Jimmy, your turn.
The W O.
Oh, yes. Vowel O. Do you know the answer?
Is possible that wood.
Wood? No. Like the background? No, it's not wood. Maria Jimena, your turn. Another letter.
Air?
R.
What?
Yes, work. Thank you very much, Maria Jimena. You won this one. So we have one for Valentina, one for Maria Jimena. Let's go on with number 8. Let's go with number 8. Okay. So listen up. A person you know well and like a lot, but who is usually not a member of your family. So Valentina, do you know the answer or you want to say a letter?
Friend.
Yes, that is the answer. Very, very good. Friend is the answer. Thank you. Sorry. friend. Very good, Valentina. We are two for Valentina, one for Maria Jimena. Let's go on with Maria Fernanda. Let's go to number two. So, Maria Fernanda, this is the hint. A game, a competition, or a similar activity done for enjoyment or as a job, and that takes physical effort and skill. So, what is the answer or the letter?
Um, winner.
No. What is the letter?
No. A.
A. No, we don't have any A's. Thank
No.
you. Jimmy, letter or answer?
Is more easy leather. I think that mm,
A game, competition, or a similar activity done by enjoyment, or as a job.
um, the leather R. R.
R. R.
R.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have 1 hour. Okay. So, Maria Jimena, letter or answer?
Maybe D.
D. No, we don't have any D's. Valentina, your turn. What is the letter? Next letter.
P.
P. Yeah, we have a P. Do you have the answer?
Mm, no.
Okay, let's go, Maria.
Where's the question? Where's the question? Tell me this again.
Okay, the hint. The hint. Game, competition, or similar activity for enjoyment or as a job.
Work? No.
Let's go
No,
on.
teacher.
Okay? Sorry.
No.
Maria
Oh,
Fernanda, another
yeah.
letter or the answer. Maria Fernanda?
Teacher. Letter. Letter. R. Is a no. No. A.
A, no, we don't have A. Thank you. Jimmy, another letter. Guys, it is very easy. A game, competition, or a similar activity done by employment or as a job, or by enjoyment or as a job. It's something that you watch on TV. So
Proof.
Teacher.
tell me.
Sport.
Yeah, it's a sport. Thank you. A sport. Thank you, Valentina. A sport. Let's go with the last one, okay? Let me try to. Okay, let's go with number 5. That is the last one. So this is for everyone. This is the hint. The town or city you are from, especially the one in which you were born and lived while you were young. So let's start with Jimmy. One letter or the answer?
The letter O.
Oh, yeah, we have 2 O's. One here, and let me try to remember one here. So let's go on. Maria Jimena, your turn.
Maybe L.
L. No, we don't have L. Thank you. Valentina, your turn.
The letter R.
R. No, we don't have an R.
No. Okay.
Maria Fernanda.
Letter C. Teacher.
Letter C. No. No. Jimmy, your turn. Guys, the town or city you are from, especially the one where you were born and lived well while you were young. Jimmy, letter
Letter M.
M. Yeah, we have one M. We have one, yeah. Let's go on. Maria Jimena, letter Maria Jimena?
Sí.
C. We don't have any. Excuse me. Is a C or a Z?
A sit.
I don't get it. A C or a Z?
A sit. Baby sit.
Okay, C. No, we don't have C. Thank you.
And
But
sit.
the other one is Z. Z. No, we don't have a Z either. So,
It's T.
but okay, I'm going to. But you cannot say the answer because that is
T,
not.
no?
Yeah, but you cannot say the answer. Let's go on. Valentina, your turn.
The letter P.
P. No, we don't have P. Maria Fernanda.
Letter U.
Letter U. No, we don't have an U. Actually, guys, one hint. We don't have any more. Okay, we have one more vowel. Yeah. Jimmy, your turn. Only one more vowel to go. And then the letters.
The letter is I.
I. No. Maria Jimena.
H.
H. Yeah, we have an H. Do you know the answer?
I'm not sure, but I think that is home.
Hometown.
Yeah.
Hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria Jimena.
I say this.
Yeah,
Hometown.
yeah, I heard. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you, Maria Jimena, and thank you, Valentina. Hometown, yeah. And for example, Maria Jimena, Valentina, Maria Fernanda, or Jimmy, what is the translation for hometown?
In Spanish?
Lugar.
Hogar en el
Lugar
campo.
de origen. Lugar de...
No. In
In
English,
Spanish?
in English,
Ciudad
Residencia.
natal. Ciudad natal.
La ciudad de residencia o la ciudad
no,
natal.
the previous one, Ciudad Natal. That is the most proper translation. So, guys, you did a very good job. You found out food, sport, hometown, work, and friend. Okay, we had 3 additional words to go, and you're going to see in a moment because they are going to be related with today's topic. So let's go on. Okay. So today the class is about the speaking test preparation lesson. So the previous knowledge that you need for this class is this. First of all, a wide range of vocabulary and grammar. So guys, in order that you can have a very good performance for this class, you need to know a lot of vocabulary and to know a lot of grammar. Okay, but the most important thing is that you need to know how to use that. Okay, you can even have just some words, I mean, like 1,000 words, and the most important aspects of grammar. But if you use them in a proper way, you're going to have a very good score. Okay, and you need to know different topics in life. So you need to know like this about food, sports, hometown, work, friends. What else? What else? What else? Hobbies, neighborhood, and study, guys. So these topics are going to be very important because those topics are going to be, uh, I mean, you can see those topics in any speaking test. Okay, if today we are going to approach maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of them, but if we don't approach the other part, it's because you will probably see them on the real final test. Okay, and finally, you need to know how to introduce yourself. It is very easy. It is like when I say, okay, hello guys, my name is Andres, I am from Colombia, I'm 30 years old, I'm an English teacher, things like that, something very easy, very basic, okay? You don't have to say, for example, your physical appearance, you don't have to say your personality, that is not necessary, okay? But the basic introduction is something that you have to master, okay? Either in pronunciation and vocabulary. Okay, let's go on. So let's start. This is the first part. This is what I want you to read. Okay, here you will need the paper and the pen, or the paper and the pencil. So let's start. These are some very good advices you will need for the first section, which is going to be a speaking interview, okay, about personal question for you guys. So let's start with Maria Fernanda. You are going to read number 1.
And number 1,
Yeah.
body posture.
Mhm.
Sit straight with an open posture.
Good. So guys, this is the thing. Next week, on Tuesday, I'm gonna need you to have your camera. Okay. I don't like to use the camera because when we use the camera, for example, along the first class, the voice, the sound was not that clear because the picture, the camera sends a lot of information, so it is kind of heavier for us to be heard. So I don't need the camera for these classes. What I need you to do is that you speak a lot, but for the final test, we will need the camera because I need to see you. I need to see your expression, your face, in order that I can give the marks, that I can grade your performance. So you will need the camera, okay? And you will need your ID. So this is the first one. Body posture. Sit straight with an open posture. So I'm going to see you in front of your camera and you're going to sit straight. And what is the meaning of an open posture? You are going to locate your arms, one on one side, one on the other. And if you are sat in front of a table, you are going to lay your hands there on the table. That is an open posture. Okay? So remember that because that is going to be very easy. In that way, your voice will sound better. So let's go with number 2, Valentina. Valentina? Valentina,
Yes,
can
teacher.
hey, go
I'm
on. Number
sorry.
2.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay. Boys, the speaking should be loud and clear.
Very good. So, voice, you don't have to yell, you don't have to shout. I'm not deaf. But the speaking should be loud and clear all the time. And you have to keep in mind that sometimes in real life, the speaking section is recorded. And in this opportunity, it is recorded too. So, when I give the grade, I'm going to check the recording. Okay, so it is very important that you talk in a very loud and clear way. Don't yell, don't shout, but speak loud. Okay, speak up. Very good, Valentina. Maria Jimena, number 3.
Complete answer with full sentence. Think about the question first, compose your ideas, and then give a full sentence in response.
Very good. Complete answers with full sentences. Think about the question first, then compose your ideas, then give a full sentence in response. So, guys, there is something that I need you to do. In this opportunity for this kind of tests, you can take your time to give complete answers. Okay? Don't rush. I mean, when you take a speaking test, an international speaking test, you don't have to speak very, very fast. You don't have to say the who, the what, the where, the why. No, you don't have to say that. It's not a riddle. It's not a tongue twister. You have to speak clearly, and you have to make pauses, and you have to state full ideas, complete sentences. Okay, so it is very important that you take your time to say complete sentences. If you hear the way I'm talking right now, I am not talking very fast. I'm just talking normally. I don't have to rush. I don't have to run. It's not a race. Okay. So the idea is that you can take your time. Okay. Not too much time. You cannot take that much time. Just some seconds to give complete answers. It is very important that you give complete answers. Don't say something and then suddenly you cannot stop. Like I'm out of ideas. No, you have to say complete answers. Okay. Let's go to number 4, Jimmy.
Will structure response. Try to use accurate grammar.
Very good. This is very similar. You need to use well-structured response. What is the meaning of that? That you use accurate grammar. So again, no need to rush. Don't run. Okay? Try to think as better as you can, okay, and trying to state accurate or to use accurate grammar. So for example, if you're going to say an answer in the simple present or in the simple past, you have to use it in a very correct way with accurate grammar. So because it is a test, don't I mean, you have to be fluent, but it's more important to be accurate because it is a test. In real life, maybe you can be fluent a little bit more than accurate, but in this opportunity, it is very important to be accurate, okay? So try to be accurate. Let's go to number 5, Maria Fernanda.
Natural self-correction. Stop and correct yourself if you think you made a mistake.
Thank you very much. Natural self-correction. Stop and correct yourself if you think you made a mistake. This is very important because some students think they can't do this. So it is very important that you know that it is possible to do it, and actually it is something that I recommend for you guys. If you made a mistake, you can stop real quick and you can say sorry and repeat the word in a correct way. For example, if I say if I say, for example, this natural self-correction, stop and correct yourself if you think you made a mistake. Oh, sorry, mistake. That is the way you have to say. Okay, you can stop there, say sorry, and correct yourself what you just said. Okay, it's something that you can do. And Flor, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Flor. So very happy to hear you. So to continue with number 5, guys, self-correction is a good idea. Okay, remember that if you made a mistake, it is a positive thing that you correct yourself because you are going to see your mistake by yourself. So the examiner is going to see, okay, this person maybe was a little bit nervous, but this person knows the correct grammar, the correct pronunciation. That person just made a mistake, and that's it. It's going to correct himself or herself the mistake. So it is very important that you do that. You stop, you say sorry, and you say the word in the proper way or the grammar in the proper way. So Flor, let's go on with number 6.
Yes. Mm, by time, if you need more time to give a quarter response, you can paraphrase the question using synonyms. Synonyms.
So, for example, guys, this is very easy. You need to learn how to buy time. Okay, to learn. Oh, sorry, Flor, could you deactivate the microphone, please? Thank you very much, Flor. So, guys, you need to learn how to buy time. So, for example, if I ask you, Jimmy, what is the best movie ever? The best movie you ever seen, you've ever watched in your life, and you have never thought about that, you need to learn to buy time. If you buy time, you have more time to think. So, Jimmy, you can paraphrase. What is the meaning of that? You can say, okay, for example, okay, the best movie I've ever seen, the finest movie I've ever seen. So you can use synonyms. For example, you can replace better or the best by the finest, okay? And you can replace movie by animation picture or something like that, animated picture or something like that. In that way, you say the same with different words and you buy time. You will have more time to think, okay? So it is very important that you have that additional time to think because sometimes the questions could be a little bit odd, a little bit strange, okay? So guys, do you have any questions about this first part? Any questions?
No, teacher, I haven't question.
Okay, remember, so please write it down. Okay, I hope you have wrote that down, or you can take a screenshot. I will send you a presentation later, but you will need that information for the next activity. So you have 20 more minutes to finish if you are writing down right now. So remember, body posture, you will not need that today, but next Tuesday when you have the camera, voice, complete answers, well-structured response, natural self-correction. Remember, you stop, you correct yourself, and buy time. You can say, well, okay, let me think. The best movie ever, the finest movie ever. So you have said a lot of things, but you didn't say anything actually. You are just buying time. Of course, you cannot do that for a long time, just for a moment. You cannot use that strategy all the time. So let's go to the practice, guys. So the ideas that we use, why we just learned answering these questions, okay? answering these questions. So guys, remember, in these questions, remember that the answer of a question, the grammar of a question or of the answer is inside the question. So the grammar that I use in the answer is the grammar that you have to use along the question. And remember all the 6 previous steps. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with Maria Fernanda. Maria Fernanda. So we are going to answer these questions. This is a real test. This is from a real test from IELTS. So we are going to answer these questions collectively, okay? Collaboratively. So let's go on. Let's start. Maria Fernanda, first question for you. When you are not working or studying, what do you like to do in your free time?
I like I like to do in my free time. I like to go for a walk with my family, uh, or I like to watch TV with my children.
Okay, that is a good answer. The timing is very good. Okay, that is a good answer in the sense that it was not that long, not that short either. Okay, chicos, eso es muy importante. Tienen que calcular el tiempo más o menos. Entonces, el tiempo que más o menos tomó María Fernanda para responder esa pregunta es un tiempo adecuado. We are not going to watch the watch or the clock right now, but it's a good timing. So thank you, Maria Fernanda. So guys, before we continue, I want to tell you something. The examiner is going to do this, and I'm going to do this next Tuesday. So, for example, let's try with Valentina. Valentina, I'm going to start from scratch, okay? From the beginning. So, Valentina, imagine that I am your examiner, and you are going to have access to the platform, to Hangouts. So we are going to start from zero, from scratch, okay? So I say, for example, hello, and you answer, Valentina.
Hi or
Okay.
hello.
Yeah. So my name is Andres. I'm going to be your examiner. So what's your full name?
Okay, my name is Valentina Fernandez. My full name is Valentina Fernandez.
Okay. And next Tuesday, I might ask you to show me your ID, okay? Your cédula. Okay, guys? So you will need it for next Tuesday for the speaking exam. And I would ask after that, I would say, Valentina, may I see your ID? And you let me see it. You show me the ID in front of the camera. I just write down your full name. And then I ask you, Valentina, where are you from?
I'm from to Nariño.
Don't say two. I'm from Nariño.
I'm
Okay.
from Nariño. Okay.
Okay. And next I can say, for example, okay, this is section 1. So I will ask you some questions. It will take about 10 minutes. Okay. Valentina, are you ready to begin? Are you ready to start?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
You have to say, yes, I am. Or yes, I'm
Yes.
ready.
Okay. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Very good. And then we start with the questions. So let's go on with Maria Jimena. Maria Jimena, one question. How often do you eat in a day?
In a day, I eat maybe 6 times.
Tell me.
I eat 6 times in the day. In a day.
Okay. What else? Okay, let me stop you there, Maria Jimena. Let me stop you
No?
there. That is a good answer. Okay, you can say, okay, when someone asks how often, you have to say that answer. You have to say once, twice, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. That is very good about grammar. But you have to say something else because the answer is too short. Okay, you have to say a little bit. The answer should be a little bit longer because you have a lot of vocabulary, a lot of
For
knowledge.
example, in a day, I eat 6 times because I am pregnant. I need to eat more.
Yes, very good. And you can say something for example, I eat something heavy during lunch.
And
And
healthy for my baby.
Okay, and I like to eat healthy foods for my baby, healthy dinners or healthy meals for my baby. That is a complete answer. Point.
Okay.
Period. Very good, Maria Jimena. So, guys, remember that. Okay, the timing,
In
the
more
complete
complete the
answer.
sentence. Yes?
Yeah, yeah. Um, you made a good phrase, but you have to complete the sentence with a longer complement. Okay, you have to give me more information. Imagine that I am a person who wants to know about your life, so I need to know more information. Okay, and normally girls like to talk, so yeah, that information, that additional information is very important. So you answer the question and you give me a little bit of additional information. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's go on with Jimmy. Jimmy, next one. Do you like to cook? Why or why not?
The truth, I don't like
Jimmy, I don't hear you. Say that again. Do you like to cook? Why or why not?
teacher. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you like to cook? Why or why not?
The truth, I don't like cook because I don't know.
You don't know how to cook. Okay, what else? Try to tell me something else, Jimmy.
Excuse me, teacher.
The answer was very good. The grammar was very good, but you need to talk more. Tienes que hablar un poco más. Okay?
Okay.
And let me tell you something to all of you. Déjenme decirle algo, chicos. Y esto es para todos. You cannot be boring. Okay? During a speaking test. You have to be interested. You have to be excited. So if the examiner, who could be me, would be me, is going to ask you something, the better answer is yes. Okay? Remember that. Even if you have to make something up. For example, Jimmy, I'm not good at cooking, but I have to cook because I live alone sometimes. So I have to cook. I'm not a very good cook, but I have to cook. Okay? So this is the thing. If someone asks you, do you like to cook? Do you like to play games? Do you like to play a sport? Do you like to watch TV? The best answer is yes. Either if that is true or false. Entonces recuerden, you have to be excited and you have to be interested about the speaking test. Tienen que estar como emocionados o interesados en la medida que se les hagan las preguntas. And try to answer yes. Y traten de responder con un sí. Okay, it doesn't matter if you are making up, no importa si se lo están inventando, but try to be positive. Traten de ser siempre positivos con sus respuestas, okay? Because yeah, sometimes, for example, there are some students who are boring, who doesn't like to go out, who doesn't like to travel, who likes to stay at home and study, and that's it. But that is not interesting. So that kind of people don't have a lot to say. So it is very good that you look like an interesting person. It's, it's very, very good. Okay. So did you get it right, Jimmy?
Yeah, teacher, I understand.
Ok, very good. So remember, es súper bueno, súper recomendable que actitud positiva y intentar responder las preguntas de la forma más positiva posible. Actually, it is easier to answer a positive question than a negative question. Si tú respondes con un sí y explicas por qué sí, es mucho más fácil que explicar por qué no. Ok, so let's go on. Flor, what do you usually eat for breakfast? Flor?
Yes, teacher.
Flor, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
And my breakfast arepa, eggs, chocolate.
What else?
Sorry, teacher.
What else? Tell me something else.
I don't understand, teacher.
Don't worry. The idea is to give me more information. Flor, la idea es que me des más información. Okay, that was very good. but you can tell me something that is interesting for me. La idea es que me digas algo que sea interesante o no sé, que me des información adicional, okay? In order that you offer a complete answer, a full sentence, okay? The idea that you, I don't know, it's like we are having a conversation. The idea is that the conversation is interesting. So in order that that happens, you need to offer or answer in an interesting way. Okay, so remember that. You can say, for example, okay, I usually eat for breakfast arepa and cocoa and or hot chocolate and cheese and eggs, but on Sundays I eat something else because my husband cooks for me the breakfast or something like that. Okay, you can say something else. Okay, in
Yeah.
that way you can talk about what you usually eat for breakfast, but you can say something else like sometimes it is different, but I don't eat that every day or something like that. Okay, so let's go on. Valentina, last question for you. What is your favorite food and what do you like about it?
Okay, teacher. My favorite food, I believe that is the chicken of my mother-in-law, and I I prefer her food because something when I have time, I travel to my town, my hometown, with my boyfriend, and in this time I eat her food, and it's so delicious.
Okay, very good answer, Valentina. Very, very good. Guys, there is something I need to tell you, to all of you. Una recomendación para todos. Y es algo que he escuchado un poquito a lo largo de estas clases. But this is very important that you remember that now. You don't have to rush. You don't have to speak that fast, but you have to sound fluent even if you speak slowly. You have to keep the pace. Okay, the same pace all the time, the same rhythm, the same tune, the same tone, the same beat. Okay, it's like you are clapping. You have to keep the pace all the time. You cannot talk like a robot. So remember that you can talk slowly, but you have to keep the pace. Okay, pueden hablar despacio, pero que sea fluido, que mantengan el mismo ritmo de conversación. Okay, try to do that. And if you're going to stop, it's because you have to stop, like at the end of the sentence or something like that. Okay, so try to talk slowly, but fluent. Entonces pueden ser fluidos en la medida que hablan despacio, pero lo importante es que mantengan un mismo ritmo en la entonación. O sea, la entonación puede subir o bajar, pero mantengan el ritmo. No de pronto hagan pausas donde deberían. And try not to talk like a robot. Y siempre eviten hablar como robot, okay? Like for example, I usually eat for breakfast. No, don't say that, okay? Try to speak slow but fluent. I usually eat for breakfast. Okay, slow but fluent. Okay, so guys, we are going to keep going. We are going to go to speaking section number 2. So, do you have any questions so far? This is just an example of the questions. Do you have any questions so far? Okay,
No,
so
teacher.
thank you. So
No, teacher.
thank you. So guys, let's go on. Let's go on with the second part. So remember, first section was about personal questions, questions for you about your life. Let's go on with section number 2. So this is the speaking interview section number 2. In this opportunity, I'm not going to ask you anything about your life. I'm going to ask you about some particular scenarios, some particular situations. This is a little bit more challenging, more difficult, because it's not about you. It's about things in life. It's about situations. It's about scenarios in life. So, again, get ready your paper and your pen, and you're going to write down this. So let's start with Maria Fernanda. Maria Fernanda, you're going to read number 1, please.
1 minute preparation time. 1 minute preparation time. Use your preparation time effectively. Read all the questions and write down some notes. Some
Okay,
notes.
some notes. So guys, this is very important, okay? This is very important. Hear me out. For section number 2, I am going to show you a card, okay? I'm going to show you a card. And you can take even a paper and a pen, and you will have 1 minute in order that you read your questions and that you write down some notes, okay? So in section number 1, you didn't have time. I ask you the question, you give me the answer, okay? For section number 2, I'm going to show you the questions, but you are not going to answer the questions one by one. You are going to answer, give me a full answer, okay, a full response where you answer all the questions, okay? So I'm going to give you the topic, I'm going to give you the questions, and you will have 1 minute to read and 1 minute to write down some notes, some ideas for your questions, okay? And then you will have 2 minutes to speak, okay? And basically I tell you when to start and I tell you when to stop. So let me say that in Spanish. Les repito en español. Para la sección número 2, les voy a mostrar como una tarjeta que va a tener un tema y 3 o 4 preguntas, pero ustedes no van a responder las 3 o 4 preguntas una por una. Van a leer el tema, van a mirar las 4 preguntas y me dan una respuesta general, ¿sí? En la de ustedes van a tener 2 minutos para hablar esa respuesta y en esa respuesta ustedes van a responder las 4 preguntas, no una por una, sino van a ofrecer una respuesta conjunta del tema donde le den respuesta a las 4 preguntas. Lo importante o la parte, digamos que es importante, es que ustedes pueden usar papel y lápiz y se van a tomar 1 minuto en leer esa carta con las 4 preguntas y el tema y 1 minuto adicional para que ustedes escriban ideas sobre la respuesta. Okay? So, as Maria Fernanda said, 1 minute preparation time. You have to use your preparation time effectively. Read all the questions and write down some notes. Chicos, les digo esto, se los pongo de primero por una razón muy importante y es que a mí me pasó presentando un examen internacional en un instituto que trabajaba. Me dieron la carta, the card, y me pareció que el tema estaba muy fácil y las preguntas estaban muy fácil. Y pues inclusive yo le dije al examinador, pues yo quiero empezar a hablar de una vez, no me quiero tomar mi minuto de escribir porque ya tengo las ideas en la cabeza. And the examiner said, no, you have to wait 1 minute. El examinador me dijo que no se podía, que tenía igual que esperar el minuto. And I didn't use the time effectively. No usé ese minuto de forma efectiva, lo desperdicié. ¿Qué pasó? Tenía las ideas en mi cabeza, empecé a hablar, tenía que hablar durante 2 minutos, pero lo que tenía en la cabeza se me acabó muy rápido. Hablé muy rápido, se me acabó el tema de conversación, respondí las 4 preguntas muy rápido y el tiempo siguió corriendo por otro minuto más en el cual no se me venían ideas a la cabeza. Entonces, that is why it is very important that you write down a lot of ideas on your paper in order that you answer the 4 questions and in order that you keep talking. Entonces, la idea, chicos, es que ustedes van a tener 2 minutos para que ustedes hablen y sea despacio o rápido, la idea es que los usen. Entonces escriban ideas de forma que respondan las 3 o 4 preguntas que tenga la tarjeta en su conversación, en su speaking, y lo otro para que tengan ideas de más y puedan seguir hablando, no se les acabe el tema de conversación. Okay, so remember that because that is clear, that is the key for this section 2. Okay, so let's go with Valentina. Valentina, read number 2.
Notes. Use the notes paper and check to see what you wrote.
Valentina, repeat after me. Notes.
Notes.
Very good. So notes, use the notes. So look at the paper and check to see what you wrote. So this is also very important because sometimes that happens to students. That has happened to my students. I say, hey, guys, write some notes, write the notes. They write the notes, but then they don't look at the notes. They don't look at the paper. Entonces, si toman notas de lo que van a hablar, también tienen que verlas. It sounds ridiculous, but it happens. Suena raro, suena increíble, pero sucede que personas, yo veo que escriben mucho las notas, pero no las leen. Entonces tienen que tener las notas a la mano y tienen que estarlas consultando para que ustedes sigan hablando, ¿ok? That is very important. María Jimena, number 3.
Answer all the question. You must answer all of the question on the cue card completely.
María Jimena, repeat after me. Questions.
Questions.
Very good. So this is the same that I already told you. You have to answer all the questions. So remember, the card has a topic and 3 or 4 questions. Okay? And you have to talk along 2 minutes. By the idea is that as long as you talk, you answer all the questions completely. You don't forget any question. So you speak in a way that you offer the answer for all of the questions. Okay? Thank you very much. And something very important, never, don't ever, ever, don't never, ever forget about the last question. Okay, that is very important. Maybe the first one and the last one are the most important. Nunca se olviden de responder la primera y la última. Si de pronto se les pasa alguna, que no sea nunca la primera y nunca la última, because the examiner is going to pay a lot of attention to that. Okay, let's go on. Jimmy, number 4.
Complex and compound sentence. It is important to have a great range, a grammar to use complex and compound sentence.
Very good, very good. So, okay, how do I put this? Um, so the idea, okay, complex and compound sentences. It is important to have a great range of grammar and to use complex and compound sentences. So about this topic, it's not a lot that I can tell you. About this topic, the thing is that it's about the previous knowledge. It's about the vocabulary that you have to already know to answer in a complex and compound sentence. Or it's about the grammar that you already have to know in order that you do that. Okay? But you can study for that. Because guys, I already said the topics. Food, sports, hobbies, neighborhood, hometown, work, study, and friends. So if you think that you are not very strong at vocabulary or at grammar, you can study or review some words, some vocabulary about these topics. Okay? It is not going to be that specific, but it will give you a general idea of the possible answers. Okay? And let's go to number 5, Flor.
Yes, teacher. Examples and explanation. Give good description, detailed examples, and clear explanation.
Very good. So, examples and explanations. Give good descriptions, detailed examples, and clear explanations. So, guys, in this opportunity, the idea is that in the answers you could include, for example, the answer for who, the answer for what, for when, for where, for why. You have to use a lot of adjectives, a lot of adverbs. So the idea is that you give very good descriptions, detailed examples, and clear explanations. The idea is that you talk, and when you talk, you give a lot of details. Okay, chicos, por ejemplo, independientemente del tema, como van a tener 2 minutos para hablar, la idea es que ofrezcan tantos detalles como sea posible. Ahí está la clave. Bueno, una de las claves. Porque lo que les decía, pueden pasar 30 segundos y ustedes ya respondieron las 4 preguntas en su conversación. Entonces, en la medida que ustedes le adicionen adjetivos, descripciones, detalles a las explicaciones, si por ejemplo, for example, aquí estábamos preguntando cuál era tu desayuno, ¿sí? ¿Cómo le agregó más cosas a eso para que sea grande la pregunta y pueda mostrar que yo sé más vocabulario y más detalles y más adjetivos? So you can describe the breakfast. Ustedes pueden hablar más acerca de lo que ya contaron que ustedes comen. You can say if you like the eggs, scrambled eggs or flat eggs or without the yolk or anything, or with salt or with salt and pepper. If you like the chocolate being hot or being warm or being cold. Okay, if you take your arepa and it's for example a traditional arepa, or is made of corn, or is made of wheat, or if made of for example if made of barley, or it has cheese, You have to offer details. La idea es que ofrezcan detalles y con esos detalles el tiempo va a correr y ustedes van a tener una mucho mejor respuesta, ¿ok? So guys, those are the tips for the second section. So do you have any questions so far? Any questions?
No, teacher. No,
Okay,
teacher.
thank you. So let's go on. So this is going to be the practice for you. Entonces recuerden, chicos, les voy a mostrar el tema. Tienen un minuto para leerlo y otro minuto para que escriban sus ideas en el papel. Y then we start to talk. Okay? So this is the topic. You have 1 minute to say it. That's the topic. You don't have to read that out loud. No tienen que leerlo en voz alta, simplemente lo leen en voz baja. And when I say that you can start, you just start. So talk about a person you want to meet for a day. You should say who the person is, where you want to meet them or the person, what do you want to talk about, why do you choose to meet this person. Any person. Imagínense que I want to meet, I don't know, like a famous climber or cyclist. For example, Rigoberto Urán. So the person is Rigoberto Urán. Where, I don't know, maybe this year. What do I want to talk about? About cycling. And why? Because I think that is very interesting, okay? But those are general ideas. Esos son solo ideas generales. Tengo que incluir más cosas y más detalles para poder hablar por 2 minutos acerca de esto. Entonces, chicos, ya sé que se acaba el minuto para que lean la cue card, empiecen a escribir sus ideas de manera que hagan un párrafo, o sea, hablen durante 2 minutos y vayan respondiendo a las preguntas en la medida que vayan hablando. Go ahead. And I want to listen to different people, okay? La idea es que cada uno me hable de alguien diferente. So you have 1 more minute to write down. Ok, chicos, before we start, we are going to start in 20 seconds. Antes de empezar, les voy a decir esto. Como estamos trabajando de forma, les dije hace un rato que íbamos a responder de forma collectively, or collaboratively, la idea es que cada uno no va a tomar 2 minutos para hablar, sino cada uno va a hablar por 30 segundos. ¿Ok? Pero recuerden que va a hablar por los 30 segundos completos, hablando del tema y respondiendo a las 4 preguntas en conjunto. ¿Ok? 30 segundos cada uno. Voy a decir el nombre de cada uno y cada uno arranca. Cuando, o sea, por ejemplo, digo a María Fernanda, you start, y empiezas a hablar. Y después te digo, María Fernanda, stop, y tú paras. Y le digo a otro compañero, you start, empiezas, and then you stop. ¿Ok? I say when you stop and when you start. When you start and when you stop. ¿Ok? 15 segundos y empezamos. Okay, we are going to start. Valentina, you start. Go ahead. You have 30 seconds. Valentina, the time is running.
Okay, teacher. I want meet to Shakira because for me it's a great person because he is a singer in Colombia and also this person was the foundation Pies Descalzos. In my opinion, is a great topic and for the
Valentina,
boys.
Sorry. Thank you very much, Valentina. María Fernanda, you start. 30 seconds.
The person that I choose is Ivan Duque, the president. I want to meet with Ivan Duque in the house of Nariño. Or I want to talk about of the problems of my city by the immigration of Venezuelans in my city. Uh, they they are uh, they are
Sorry, Maria Fernanda, stop. Thank you very much. That was very good. Maria Jimena, you start.
Okay. And I like to meet the singer Willy Colon because I like this music and I admire to the person. Where do you want to meet them? I like want to maybe in a good restaurant or a Chinese restaurant. What do you want to talk about? I talk about to the music. What is the inspiration to realize the songs or to how to prepare before to the concert? Why do you choose to meet this person? Because I like the music and I admire this singer.
Thank you, Maria Jimena. You stop. Jimmy, you start.
I want to talk with Rihanna because she's a person very interesting and beautiful. I forever as think that she has a personality good and that she is lovely. And also I want say that visit our country someday that might sing her.
Keep talking, Jimmy. Sigue hablando.
And I might sing her in this country and visit the first series of this country.
Okay, Jimmy, you can stop. Thank you very much. And Flor, your turn. You start.
Yes, teacher. I would like to meet the president of my country because I am very interesting person. Team. I can learn a lot from her. I would like to speak with him in a park. I will ask him why they wanted to be president. Mm, I admire him a lot. Yes, teacher.
Keep talking.
Yes.
Okay, Flor, you can stop. You can stop.
Okay.
Thank you very much, guys. Okay, let me give you some feedback about that. Okay, I'm going to talk in English and Spanish. So, guys, remember again, try not to talk like a robot. Try to speak slow, but a little bit more fluent. Recuerden no hablar pausando palabra por palabra. Por lo menos digan grupos de palabras y pausan como si hubiera una coma. Por ejemplo, I want to talk about the president of Colombia. Okay, no, I want to talk. No, try not to do that. Traten de no hacer eso, ¿ok? Si van a hacer pausas, háganlas con frases, después de decir 3, 4 palabras. Eso es uno. 2, chicos, algo que les escuché casi a todos es que me respondieron con otras composiciones gramaticales diferentes a las de la pregunta. La pregunta está en presente simple y usa el verbo, varias usan el verbo want, muchos me usaron el verbo would, que es un modal. Entonces la idea es que intenten responder de acuerdo a la pregunta. Se puede usar would, pero la idea es que pronto arranquen por la base, que sería want y sería presente simple. Y de ahí después sí pasan a los modales y a otras variaciones, ¿ok? Y lo otro, por ahí escuché a un par de chicas que me dijeron las preguntas a lo largo de la conversación. No hagan eso, ¿ok? Recuerden que la idea es que ustedes hablen, pero no que respondan pregunta por pregunta, sino que van hablando el párrafo o lo que van exponiendo sus ideas, perdón, respondiendo las preguntas. ¿Listo? Entonces, pero sí les quería decir algo muy importante y es que en general me gustó lo que hicieron, porque no es fácil. No es fácil que te digan, bueno, empiece a hablar, sí, hable y yo le digo cuando pare. It's not that simple when you do it for the first time. No es tan fácil cuando se hace la primera vez. Entonces, yo personalmente creo que en la medida que lo practiquen, eh, lo van a hacer cada vez mejor. ¿Ok? Because sometimes we don't feel comfortable doing that. So you will feel better. You will feel more confident next time. Se van a sentir mejor en la medida de que repitan el ejercicio de hablar sin parar. Si pueden poner un reloj, un segundero, y arrancan a hablar y paran al minuto. Y después al minuto y 20, y después al minuto y 40, y después llegan hasta el minuto 2. ¿Listo? And remember, it is very important. The examiner is going to tell you when you start and when you stop. Recuerden siempre eso. Si el examinador no les dice para, porque se te acabó el tiempo, tú no paras. ¿Listo? Sigues hablando. Como les dije ya, eso me pasó a mí por hablar muy rápido y por no escribir suficientes cosas en la cue card, pero sí es así. Tienes que seguir hablando, seguir hablando, seguir hablando hasta que te digan, ok, that's it, don't talk anymore. ¿Listo? Chicos, do you have any questions? ¿Alguna pregunta?
No, teacher.
Okay, let's go on.
No, teacher.
Let's go on with section number 3, okay? Give me 1 second. This is section number 3. So, Maria Fernanda, read number 1, please.
Listen careful. Pay careful attention to each question the examiner asks.
Very good. In this opportunity, we are going to go back to it's more similar to the first section. Se parece más a la primera sección donde yo decía las preguntas y ustedes me respondían de una vez. ¿Ok? So you have to listen carefully, porque aquí ya no van a tener tiempo para pensar, como en la sección 2 donde tuvieron un minuto para leer y un minuto para pensar o escribir. ¿Ok? So you have to listen carefully. You have to pay attention to each question the examiner asks. ¿Ok? Number 2, Valentina, please.
Take time to think. Take a moment to think about the question.
Yes, very good. You can take a moment to think about the question, but you have to do that before you start, okay? Not while you are talking. You have to do that before you start. Se pueden tomar un momento para pensar la respuesta, pero lo tienen que hacer antes de empezar a responder, ¿ok? Cuando ya arranquen a responder, lo mejor es no parar, seguir hablando despacio pero fluido, but you can take a moment to think before you answer the question. Si van a tomarse unos segundos antes de empezar, lo pueden hacer, pero antes de empezar a responder. Once you start, don't stop. Cuando arranquen, no paren, ¿ok? Until you give the complete answer. Number 3, María Jimena.
By time, you can buy time
Number
for
3, sorry.
by time.
Number
You can
3.
sorry complete answer. Get a full complete response.
Repeat after me, María Jimena. Complete answers.
Complete answers.
Give a full complete response.
Get a full complete response.
Very good. This is basically what I just said. So, María Jimena, read number 4 too.
Okay, by time you can buy time for quality and complete answer. Don't rush and learn to buy time.
Very good, guys. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm going to write down some ideas, okay? I'm going to teach you how to buy time. Les voy a intentar enseñar cómo pueden ustedes, cómo pueden aprender a comprar tiempo, porque esto depende mucho de su ingenio, ¿ok? Y es muy importante que aprendan a comprar tiempo para que tengan ese momento para ustedes pensar. ¿Cómo compran tiempo? Muy sencillo. Por ejemplo, yo te hago una pregunta, María Jimena. Te digo, what is your favorite singer? Es una pregunta fácil, pero tú quieres comprar tiempo. ¿Qué puedes decir, por ejemplo? ¿Qué se te ocurre, María Jimena, en English? What could you say? by
Good day.
time. What?
Okay, teacher, good day.
No.
No, mentira, mentira.
No. But you can remember that you have to be positive. That you
Yeah,
have to be
okay.
positive, and you have to
Okay,
sound
teacher.
interesting.
There are many singers I like, but for example, in this case, I like to the Andres Cepeda or Willy Colon
Okay,
because
very good, Maria Jimena. Very, very good. That is a very good way to buy time. You can say, okay, there are many things. For example, if I ask someone else, what is your favorite movie? I could say, okay, I like a lot of movies. I have a list of my favorite 100 movies, but the best one is okay. See, so in that way, you buy time before you answer the question. But there are more ways. I'm going to teach you some general ways. Les voy a enseñar unas frases que les pueden servir para comprar tiempo, and you are going to use them. Las van a usar de inmediato ahora que vayamos a la practice, ¿ok? Las van a escribir y de una vez cada quien me va a usar una, ojalá diferente. Una es, por ejemplo, decirle al examiner esto. Sorry. That's an interesting question. So you say, okay, that's an interesting question. And you start talking. That is one. Okay, let me erase this. That is one. Another one is, for example, you can say, you can ask, could you give me uh, a moment, for example? So you listen to the answer, you hear the answer, and you say, could you please give me a moment? That is another way of buying time. Another one, you can say, for example, if it is a very difficult question, si es una pregunta muy rara, porque se la van a encontrar algún día si presentan un examen internacional y puede que yo les haga alguna, you can say, for example, okay, esto. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. Another idea, otra cosa que se me ocurre puede ser, si la pregunta está muy difícil, ustedes pueden decir esto. That's a hard question. And you can say, for example, can I have a minute to think? Ustedes dicen, that's a hard question. Can I have a minute to think? Okay. Es como que yo les preguntara a alguien que tuviera hijos, que tuviera dos hijos, ¿cuál es tu hijo favorito? Es una pregunta muy difícil, entonces ustedes pueden decir, that's a hard question. Can I have a minute to think? Okay. Another idea that comes to my mouth is, for example, saying, okay, I haven't, okay, usual. So you can say this, that's an unusual, unusual question. Sorry, unusual. An usual question. Please give me a few seconds to. That's it. Okay, that is something that you can use every time. Esas 5 formas de comprar tiempo las pueden usar siempre. ¿Ok? Siempre. O, por ejemplo, la idea que nos dio María Jimena is also very good. Es más específica para la pregunta, pero también es muy buena. Ir de lo general a lo particular. Cuando tú no tienes la respuesta exacta, pues empiezas por lo general y empiezas a, digamos, a sacar de ahí ideas para ir a la respuesta puntual. Or you can use these ones, ¿ok? So guys, please write that down. Chicos, les voy a dar otros 20 segundos para que las terminen de escribir. So guys, did you finish? For example, Jimmy, did you finish to write down that?
No, teacher, I don't know finish.
You have, okay, you have not finished. Okay, go ahead, go on. You have 30 seconds. Okay, guys, did you finish? Flor, did you finish?
Teacher, I'm not finished.
You're not finished? Okay, go ahead.
Because I am right the first.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
I bought the time.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I
Guys,
am not very fast to write.
yeah, you are not a fast writer.
Right.
Okay, don't worry. De hecho,
O-
hace poco me di cuenta que yo tampoco.
only a fa- I only I
You are a
am
fast typer.
I am fast to write in
Type.
the computer,
Yeah, you are a
but
fast typer.
with
You
the
are very
paper,
good at
no.
typer. You are very good at typing. That is typing. Type.
Type.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. So my handwriting right now is pretty ugly because I spend most of the time in front of the computer. That is a matter when I have to teach my classes. A mí me cuesta un poco escribir a veces en tablero.
For me, it's a little difficult.
Yeah, for me too, because my letter is, yo tengo letra cursiva, entonces,
I I I I write the two
They,
letters cursiva
they,
and normal letter.
yeah.
I
I try to do that too, but it takes me a while. It takes me a while. Okay, guys, did you finish?
not teacher the final.
Okay. So I'm going to erase the first one, the second one, and the third one. They went. They're not longer there. And let's try to do this. Okay, 10 seconds.
Okay, teacher. For me, fine.
Guys, for example, Valentina, did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. You are so nice. Okay, let's go on with Jimmy, number 5.
Wide range of vocabulary and grammar. You can use different tense. You show a strong grasp of the English language.
Very good. The idea is that you use a wide range of grammar and vocabulary. So, guys, you are very good at English. You know a lot of words, but you have to use them. You have to show that you know a lot. Okay? You have to show that you know a lot of vocabulary and grammar. How do you do that? Practicing. So the key is practice, repetition and repetition and repetition. Chicos, les doy un ejemplo. Yo tengo ahorita, digamos, en un grupo de estudiantes que tengo, digamos, tengo los 3 chicos que más saben, les va exactamente igual en los tests de listening, de writing y de reading. Son muy buenos. Pero hay una niña que es excelente en speaking y no es porque sepa más, simplemente es porque tal vez tiene mejor oído y ella articula mucho mejor la información que tiene en las respuestas. Okay, entonces because she practices a lot, she's able to use her vocabulary in a full and complete answer. And the other students are very good at English, but they have troubles to remember what they have to say, to remember the exact words they want to use. Los otros chicos tal vez se demoran más tiempo y como que saben las palabras, pero como que no se las vienen a la mente en el momento que las tienen que usar. Entonces, para poder ser buenos en eso, para que ustedes recuerden cada palabra y cada tiempo gramatical que tienen que usar y así puedan demostrar que ustedes saben mucho vocabulario, eso es práctica. Okay, so try to talk about different things, try to think in English about different things. Okay, let's go to number 6, Flor.
what number, teacher?
6.
Yes. Logical answer with detailed examples. The answer should include logical reasons and specific examples.
Very good. Repeat after me, Flor. Answers.
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 Very good. So logical answer with detailed examples. The answers should include logical reasons and specific examples. Guys, this is very important. You have to be, you have to give clear logical responses to the questions. Okay? Don't be too creative. Be careful with that. Don't be too creative, or you could get lost and confused. That is very important. Let me say that in Spanish. Chicos, la idea es que ustedes den respuestas lógicas y concretas y no se pasen de creativos o de imaginativos. ¿Por qué? Porque me ha pasado con estudiantes que cuando se ponen muy creativos en las respuestas, se pegan unas enredadas que no se imaginan, se confunden y se les olvida que lo que están diciendo. O se les va el hilo y ya no saben qué más decir. So, the idea is that you don't have to be too creative. You have to be more logical. Okay? You have to be more logical and concrete about the answer. La idea es que sean más lógicos y respondan algo que aunque demuestren que saben mucho vocabulario, sea algo lógico. No se inventen algo súper creativo que con esta descrestó al examiner porque de pronto se pueden llegar a enredar. ¿Sí? O el examiner le puede parecer que la respuesta es súper extraña y que no tiene sentido. So be careful with that. And finally, María Fernanda, number 7.
Be interested and inside. You should find the topics the examiner asks you interesting.
Very good. Be interested and excited. You should find the topic the examiner asks you interesting. So it's what I just said before. You have to be positive. You have to be interested and you have to be excited about the questions. Okay? Even if you don't like the topic, you have to look like if you are excited. Okay? So you cannot think about these questions as they are boring or you don't care about, because some students are like, okay, I don't care that topic, I don't like that. No, you don't have to do that. Even if you don't like it, even if you don't like the topic, pretend that you are excited and that you are interested. Entonces recuerden, chicos, incluso si algo no les gusta, si por ejemplo les preguntan cuál ha sido el regalo más bonito que les ha dado en su cumpleaños, no respondan, digamos, no, pues yo nunca celebro mis cumpleaños, entonces nunca me dan regalos. No, don't ever do that. You have to be positive. You have to be interesting. La idea es que suenen como personas interesantes que tienen mucho, mucho que decir. Entonces, así ustedes sean aburridos, pretendan no ser aburridos. ¿Ok? Que yo sé que ustedes no son aburridos. Pero si es el caso, si no les gusta un topic, invéntense algo. ¿Ok? Invéntense algo y ojalá que se inventen algo de lo cual ustedes puedan dar argumentos y tener vocabulario. Y les doy otro consejo. Si ustedes de pronto en su vida real van a responder algo de su vida, ¿sí? Pero les parece que es muy complicado de decir y que se pueden enredar, invéntense otra cosa. Así digan mentiras. Por ejemplo, si les preguntan algo de su vida personal y van a ustedes terminar hablando de que pelearon con la novia, pelearon con el novio y no saben vocabulario al respecto, no digan eso. Invéntense que están maravillosamente y hablen de cosas chéveres que suenen interesantes. Okay? So that is the idea. You can say lies or you can lie, but the idea is that you sound interesting. No importa si ustedes dicen mentiras porque el examinador no los va a conocer, but the idea is that you sound interesting, that you sound excited and exciting about that. Okay? So guys, do you have any questions? Yo sé que el último consejo suena como un poquito raro, pero es la realidad. ¿Ok? Chicos, any questions?
No, teacher.
No.
So let's go on with the practice. So I'm going to ask some questions to some of you and other questions to other you. So guys, let's talk about celebrities. And remember the advices, remember the tips. Okay? So for example, Valentina, what do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity and why? Valentina?
Yes, teacher. Okay. I think
Valentina, sorry that I interrupt you. Les voy a decir algo que quiero que todos hagan, sin excepción. Así lo tengan que hacer o no. Todos, por favor, úsenme al menos una frase para comprar tiempo. ¿Ok? Entonces, apenas yo les haga la pregunta, me activan el micrófono y arrancan a hablar con esa frase. Y ahí van pensando en la respuesta para que no se queden calladitos. ¿Listo? Entonces, Valentina, I'm going to ask you the question again. What do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity and why?
Okay, teacher, that is an interesting question. For me, for a person to become a celebrity could be um, in, for example, in the singer or in yeah, no teacher. Sorry, I lost the
Don't worry.
idea.
Don't worry. Maria Jimena, what do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity and why? Maria Jimena?
Yes, teacher, I don't remember that they close my microphone.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I have never thought about that,
Mhm.
but the maybe one party in the no, sorry, I don't read the question, teacher. Sorry.
Go on, don't worry.
What is required?
Remember, recuerden el primer tip. Listen carefully. Escuchen atentamente, con cuidado. Okay? So, go ahead. What do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity and why?
Okay, maybe I think that is that the person need the humility and
Uh-huh.
be a the person because many people when they go to celebrity forget your customers or your family or your friends in the in your life. I don't
Okay,
know.
thank you, Maria Jimena. Jimmy, have you ever met, sorry, and there is a mistake here. Have you ever met, Jimmy, have you ever met a celebrity before? If yes, tell me about it.
Yeah, could you please give me a moment?
Okay,
Um,
take
I
your time.
think, yeah, I think that it's important that any celebrity need they are humble and friendly with the other person.
Sorry, Jimmy,
Uh,
la pregunta es si alguna vez has conocido a una celebridad.
uh,
And tell me about it. Have you ever met a celebrity before? Is this one? Have you ever met a celebrity before? If yes, tell me
yeah.
about it.
Hmm, okay. Um, yeah, I meet one person celebrity. The name is Giovanni Ayala.
Mhm.
Um, this is a person very humble and friendly. Um, is a very interesting your personality because she live in this city in Villavicencio and she is very friendly with the
With
others.
people. Okay, Jimmy, let me stop you there. Very good answer. Muy buena respuesta, Jimmy. La segunda, muy buena. Okay, you gave a complete answer. That is very good. Solo recuerda que tienes que usar el pronombre he para hombres y no she. But very good answer. Thank you, Jimmy. Flor, do you think it's good that celebrities earn a lot of money? Why or why not?
Could you please give a moment?
Sure.
Yes, teacher. Um, One day, me Suso child, he arrived at my city, and he child May isn't very funny. He has routines that make you laugh. Um, I like is a person cheerful, um, and funny.
Okay, Lord, thank you very much. Finally, Maria Fernanda, do you think it's good that celebrities earn a lot of money? Why or why not?
That's an interesting question, teacher. I I think yes, because they know grow their particular skills. They gain recognition, and also to sell their image. Um, and they need a lot of money for you for all activities.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Maria Fernanda. So, guys, you are doing a very good job. Okay, I think that you need more practice. Okay, but you can do it for maybe yourself. Remember that I'm going to send you the presentation. Okay, let's go for the production part. This is the last part. Entonces, chicos, les voy a decir esto en español rápidamente. Vamos a hacer rápidamente las tres secciones. Pero en esa oportunidad ni les voy a hablar en español nunca, ni les voy a hacer feedback y ustedes tampoco me van a decir teacher y tampoco me van a hablar en español. No, don't even a word, ni una sola palabra. Todas las instrucciones se las voy a dar en inglés. Entonces la idea es que practiquemos un poco de lo que aprendimos a lo largo de la clase. Presten mucha atención a las instrucciones que les vaya dando de a poco en inglés. Y el último aviso es que, chicas y chico, por favor, cuando termine la clase y me despida de ustedes, me esperan un segundito que necesito preguntarles una cosa. ¿Listo? Entonces, we are going to start. Voy a empezar por Valentina no, voy a empezar por María Jimena, saludándote, María Jimena, y preguntándote tu nombre, y ahí empiezo a decirles el nombre a cada uno y me van respondiendo. ¿Listo? Entonces, María Jimena, I'm going to start with you. So, give me 1 second. So, hello. My name is Andres. I'm going to be your examiner. So, what's your full name?
My full name is Maria Jimena Carrero Jiménez.
Maria Jimena, where are you from?
En Cota, Cundinamarca.
Okay, Maria Jimena, are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready to start.
Okay, let's start. Valentina, when is the last time you went on a trip?
Valentina or Maria Jimena?
Valentina, when is the last time you went on a trip?
Sure, hello, Carlos. Sorry. And my was
When is the last time you went on a trip?
okay, teacher, it's an interesting question. My last trip was in the last year, and because I have work and in this trip I visit the Lago Calima with my family, and I share great moments with them because
Thank you, Valentina. Thank you very much. Jimmy, do you like to travel?
Yes, teacher, I like so much travel. I like travel and meet different place of, for example, of this country, and it's more interesting if I could big know other countries.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Flor, what do you need to do when preparing for a travel? Flor,
Teacher,
what do you need to know when preparing for a travel?
repeat the question, please.
What do you need to know excuse me, to do when preparing for a travel?
Yes. I I need a bat, glasses, hat, and clothes, shoes. Um, I need a ticket, money,
Okay, thank you
alarm.
very much, Flor. Maria Fernanda, is it a good idea to plan the details of your trip before departure?
Yes, it's important uh, because if we must be clear about what you need so that we will not miss anything or literary things
Okay,
or
thank
the
you very much, Maria Fernanda. And finally, okay, guys, give me 1 second. Let's go to next section. Finally, Maria Jimena, how popular is international travel in your country?
How popular is international travel?
Yeah, in your country, in Colombia.
Because many people uh, like the light travel in the country. I don't know.
Okay.
Come on, not teacher way. I had never thought about that, but but I did, how popular is international travel in your country?
So, Maria
Be-
Jimena, sorry, I
Because
have to stop you,
it's
okay?
popular because it's the many people go to travel and travel to my country because there are many places to visit. For example, the reserves, the biopark, the natural costumes. For example, in some place the weather is a good, is hot, but is not too hot. Is a template, and in another place the weather is cold. For example, in Boyacá.
Okay,
Um,
thank you, Maria
no.
Jimena. Let's go on with section two. Give me 1 second. So, guys, remember, you are going to have only 30 seconds to read the card, to read the topic and the questions, and 30 seconds to write down the notes. And then you will have 30 seconds to talk. Okay? You can start reading the notes right now, reading the questions right now, reading the topic. You can start writing the notes, and you are going to talk for 30 seconds. Remember, I'll tell you who talked, I tell you when you start and when you stop. Okay? So you have to listen carefully. So, guys, 30 seconds and we start. Okay, guys, let's start. So, Jimmy, you can start now.
Yeah, teacher, this is a interesting uh, um, question. I think that one person important in this country is an example for the people is the father um, Jaramillo because this is a help to the people um, and he think in all people that is more poor of this country
Okay,
And
Jimmy, you can stop. Thank you very much. Flor, you start. Flor, you start now. The time is running.
Teacher, puedo pasar, puedo pasar. Okay.
You have 15 seconds to
The,
go.
the mayor of my city, um, he is a person special in my city. He is interested. Uh,
Okay, Flor, sorry.
I'm
Time's
made
up. Okay, thank you, Flor. Thank you very much. Maria Jimena, start now. You can start now.
Okay, the President Duque is a very important person in my country. Is a good person, a friendly and respectful person. Uh, he like to help the people to don't eat, or for example, we they had many tragedies in your town or in your city.
Okay,
This
thank you, Maria Fernanda. You can stop now. Thank you. Maria Fernanda, you can start now.
The person is my brother-in-law. He he was a councilman, and he is an aspiring mayor in my city. He has proposals on ideas in
Maria
order to
Fernanda, you can
hear
stop.
people.
Sorry. Thank you very much, Maria Fernanda. Valentina, you can start now.
Yes, Carlos. Um, Colombia had many important people. For me, a person important is Gabriel Garcia Marquez because he's a recognized person, big fears, because he won a Nobel of Peace, and this was a great representation of our country. And also, he writes many books that inspired the love and love
Valentina, you can
the
stop.
Colombia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go to section number 3. Okay, this is section number 3. So remember, in this opportunity, you won't have time to think. So we will continue with part 3. I'm going to ask you some more questions related to the topic of part 2. Okay. So for example, Maria Jimena, are you ready to continue?
yes, teacher, I'm ready to continue.
Okay, Maria Jimena, how important are leaders to a community of people?
Tell me, teacher.
How
So
important leaders to a community of people?
he's an important person because he's a leader to the to my community for propose some ideas to improve the town and propose to improve the health in the people and to improve the street from the town.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria Jimena. Jimmy, what characteristics are advantages and which are disadvantages for social leaders?
I think that characters of uh, or advantage or disadvantage of social leaders is that the different things that the people, because not the people think of same for that in occasions in our community have persons complicated and
Thank you very much,
irresponsible.
Jimmy. Thank you very much. Very good answer. Flor, if you could be a leader in your neighborhood, what social issue would you address? Flor,
Teacher, no entiendo esa pregunta.
if you could be a leader in your neighborhood, what social issue would you address?
No entiendo qué me quiere decir realmente la
Okay,
palabra.
how important are leaders to a community of people? Flor, how important are leaders to a community of people?
Okay, teacher. Is a leader is a person who propose interesting ideas for the communities. Um,
Thank you, Flor. Don't worry, okay? Maria Fernanda, how important are leaders to a community of people?
I can repeat, sure.
Sure, I can. How important are leaders to a community of people?
The leaders are important because they can they can work for other people, you for your um, necessary for your needs, uh, or a or a can help in a special uh, benefit.
Thank you, Maria Fernanda. Thank you very much. Finally, Valentina, what characteristics are advantages and which are disadvantages for social leaders?
Yes, the characteristics are advanced in in the social leaders could be them that they give a help to the community and they give a social help group the community and the with the neighborhoods. And I consider that the disadvantage for social leaders could be the violence, um, because some people against them.
Okay, very good, Valentina. Thank you very much. So, guys, we have finished with the test, with the speaking test. So, thank you very much. So, guys, please don't move. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Guys, I probably know that you have some questions. Remember that I'm going to send you the presentation again. So, the idea is that with the presentation, you, for example, can go here to the, excuse me, to the first section and read again the tips, okay? Read again the tips for doing a very good job in the first section, then the second section, then the third section, okay? So try to remember the tips for each section. So guys, in addition to that, do you have any questions?
Teacher, I have
Not
a question,
Yep.
but is about the methodology or dynamic
About what?
is that this test is individual or by one or uh,
When you are going to
we
take the
are
test, when
connected.
you are going to take the test, you are going to be, all of you are going to be here at the same time, okay? All of you are going to be here at the same time. So all of you are going to be next Tuesday at 4 to take the test. All of you. Okay? And we are going to take probably between 1.5 to 2 hours. Okay, so guys, do you have any other question? Okay, guys, if don't, we can stop. We can finish for today. I think you have learned a lot. And remember that I'm going to send you the presentation so you can practice, okay? You are very good at English. You just need to practice a little bit more. But you did a very good job to be the first time ever that you took one of these tests because they are not easy and they are not something that is very common along your courses in university, for example. So, guys, thank you very much for being here and have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.
Okay, teacher, thanks so much.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye, Flor.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Maria
you very
Jimena. Bye,
much.
Maria Fernanda. Have a wonderful day.